up, everybody? I'm Jason, Mr. Freeburg Garage, and we are back on the FXR, and it is freezing out. It's like 2 degrees, 10 degrees, I don't know right now, but it's real cold, but nice and warm inside my garage. We are working on the rear fender today, and we're gonna get it cleaned up. There's a good sized dent, and we're gonna see if we can bang this thing out, get it cleaned up, so we can start sanding it down, get all the rough spots all cleaned up and ready, make it practically new, at least in my condition. All right, so let's hop on the bench, check it out. All right, so here's our fender we removed the last video, all still assembled. You gotta pull all the electrical off here. Shouldn't take too long. And then we have this dent here. We're gonna get rid of that nasty deal right there. Get that banged out. It's gonna be my first time doing this. I've researched a bit, got a couple advice on how to do it. It's small enough to hopefully we can just get it up a little bit and then be able to fill it in with some body filling, smooth it out to make it look pretty much brand new. It's in a spot that's really not noticeable if you have a seat on there, but I want to make it as clean as possible if we're going to reshoot and paint this whole thing. All right, so let's get all the electrical off and then get to the dent. All right, so pretty straightforward. Going to remove the bolts to take off all of this stuff right here, and then we have our wire harness still in here for the turn signals in the rear. Pop these off here, and all of them I believe are 7/16. Should be good to go here. So if you're ever wondering what the underneath of your fender looks like, this is what your harness is set by. These tabs here, at least on the FXRs, just take a screwdriver, bend them up, and it should be free up. I already did so. Just go in there and just crank on each one and freeze it up without having to cut anything. And there, well, that part, still got this one here, this one up. That, and pull our turn signals through here. And the tricky part, just breaking this seal here off on the light. There we are. Now we're free. Cleaned up, nasty, dirty from all the road grime over the past probably 30 years on this bike. We'll get that all cleaned up. All right, so I got this kit from Harbor Freight to get us started. This is to do, of course, body work, banging them out, dollies, hammers, real basic kit. Hopefully we can actually get this thing to work and get this dent close enough to be smoothed out by maybe some body filler to get it just raised up enough. That's the goal. Let's open this up, check it out. All right, so in the kit, there's like 2 different dollies. The one that's longer, I'm gonna try to get this underneath where the bump's at, right there. And essentially push up against the bump and then work our way around the dent to get it to pop up. So trying to do this first. Get this set up here, okay. And then we're gonna hit around the edge to kind of slowly bump this out. Had to stop and show you guys where we landed so far. It's coming out pretty good. A lot better than I thought. Paint's chipping, that's easy to fix. It's gonna be part of that, filling that in, but overall the dent has slowly moved its way up. That rust spot used to be cratered in, now it's up towards the surface. It's got that ripple effect, which will be smoothed out with some body. But other than that, looking pretty good. Head it a couple more times, we should be square. And throw my Dolly underneath, kind of get that smooth out effect best we can. Hit away. Whew. Almost there. All right, just a little bit more underneath, just about flat. Give you a little breakdown what I've been doing. I take this dolly, I've been pushing up against the dent, and then I take this hammer and go around in circles around the dent and work its way up. Now we're pretty much at the surface, and I was told we can take the dolly now at the inside of the fender, and this has a perfect shape of where you want to be in these fenders here. You slide like right in here, right in the surface. You can actually just take it and hit it. And that gives us our finishing touch. Man, that was awesome. All right, pretty much there. I want to ding it out a little bit more. Should be all set. All right, I am stoked on how this came out. Look at this. Now, the paint may look rough, but that dent is fully out. Just has that ripple going on there from when you essentially dent in your metal, you're stretching it. So you're gonna have that ripple, but with some body filler, sanding it down, we should be able to smooth that right out. Man, I'm so stoked on how that came out. For the first time, thought it would go a lot worse, but came out pretty smooth. This kicked some ass. Had the perfect angles I needed for those dowels. If I didn't have those, you're kind of just going everywhere and you're gonna make these points at the top of your fender if you're doing that. So it keeps it nice and smooth out the best it's going to at the top of the bend. But overall, super pumped on how it came out. Still a lot of work to get this cleaned up. But for now, guys, that'll bring us for me on this one. I would greatly appreciate if you could hit that subscribe button, tap that like, press the notification, leave a comment below, tell me what you think. For those who are already subscribed, thank you, and as always, stay free. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.